Hi, welcome back for another video with Calamity Crafter. This week, looking at replacing the bolts in the starter motor. I got from the trip to Hereford. I actually got some replacement bolts for starter motor, amongst other things. And on the following day after the trip, I did actually start looking at this because I was a bit worried about movement within the starter motor. But yeah, just that's what this video is about, and I'll see you at the end. Hi, welcome back to Calamity Crafter, back again. Day after my road trip down to see Robert, get a load of pieces for tractor. Was going to take the tractor out and get the harrows sorted out on the back of it. They need some repairs, but I thought before I start, I'll just put the bolts proper bolts that I've got for it in the starter motor that I got from Robert, because there's a bit of an assortment in here that I need to deal with, and there's a bolt missing. So we'll get that taken out and we'll see what we got. So I'll grab some tools. Well, that's not very tight, so that's not a good start. Let's see what we've got here. Doesn't even look like it's the right size bolt. As you can see, because it wasn't very tight, the starter motor has been moving and has damaged the bolt. It's not a good start. See if we can get this in there. It's the size. For that bolt, there's a bolt down the back here that I'm just going to get to, see if I can get to it. That's the size. Yep, that's going to do it. And that's barely hand tight. It wasn't gripping on by much. So that doesn't help the situation. There's a bit of a, yeah. Okay. Obviously the battery has been disconnected. Right. So, good selection of bits and pieces, bolts from Robert. So let's see what we can find now. bolt for it. So that's the bolt for the top one there. That's good. So that's going to need some work on that hole there. Just looking at it, does seem to be some cleaning out needing to be done. There's a bit of like rust build up inside the hole there. So what I might do is to try and clean the hole up. I'll get a file, a round file, and I'll just clean it up a bit so I can get that through. So this bolt is actually small for that hole. I'm just trying it in there. It's only going in so far. I've got a bit of a problem, Houston. I think there's a bolt sheared in there, and that's why that bolt was missing. So that's going to be a project for another day. I don't really want to do this in situ now. As I say, I actually originally intended to come out and get the tracks going and put harrows on it, but that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two bolts in, make sure they're tied up properly, and once I've done that, it will be okay on the two, but I will need to remedy this problem here. So another problem I found with this, but it's a 50-year-old plus tractor, so it's had a lot of people tinkering around with it over the years, and it's going to need a lot of bits and pieces remedied on it to get it right. I'll do that over a period of time, but it needs to be usable at the same time. So I'll go and get the tools, and I'll get that on. I can put that one on just now actually, but no, I need to get spanner. So I'll go and get some tools, I'll get those two bolts on, get that all together, and that should be ready to use for now. But I have got an issue there that I need to resolve. All part of the fun of owning agricultural equipment, I suppose. So yeah, you'll see me in a minute. I'll go and grab some tools and we'll get back to it. Okay, so I've just grabbed some tools, so hopefully we can now get this back in. Nine sixteenths. Yep, 9/16. That's good. Use that. So I'm using a extension with a wobble end to get onto that bolt. It's just a little bit awkward. So that's that. So that's So and that camera's not very tight. Get in there. Best. Need to get something on that. But that's anyway, that's in. So as I say, I've got to come back to that problem there, but at least the starter motor is now secured a lot better than it was. And this bolt is probably holding on just literally just a couple of threads on the top. So that wasn't very good. And the other bolt was wrong and was getting worn away by the fact it was loose. So the starter motor was obviously twisting because of the inertia. So hopefully now it's got the correct bolts in those two and obviously been tightened up there, we should be good for a little bit, but I will need to come back to that, as I say. But obviously you're going to come across these problems when you're talking about something of say 50 plus years old. I know it's supposed to have been restored to a certain degree, but there's obviously different levels of restoration, but we'll get there, we'll get on top of it and we'll get it all good again. But it'll just take time. So that's that then. I'll catch you later and see what else we can get on with. Well, thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments if you have any, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio, bye.